continuation of the video on percentages made easy. I hope you enjoyed it. Alright, sometimes questions can be a bit technical in these topics, such as percentages. So, but with focus, you'll be able to get it. They're actually very simple. Alright, follow me. Let's solve this one. This one says jackpot 4 dozen eggs at $10 per dozen. 6 eggs were broken. What percent of his money goes waste? All right, let's solve this. It's actually very simple. First of all, let's bring out the facts in this question. There are information here. Let's draft the information. Then we decide on which one to use to solve the question. All right, first of all, a dozen means 12. A dozen oranges means 12 oranges. A dozen eggs means 12 eggs. So it means that each 12 egg each 12 eggs cost $10, okay? And he bought 4 of those 12 eggs. That means 4 dozens of the eggs. So let's write that out first. 1 dozen cost is equal to 12, all right? So 4 dozens will be 4 times 12, and that is 48 eggs. It means that in total, 4 dozens of eggs gives us 48 eggs. Now let's go to the money aspect. Each dozen of egg costs $10. So 1 dozen costs $10. So 4 dozens will cost 4 times $10, and that is $40. This is the total money. This is the total money he spent in buying the 4 dozens. Now, let's go back to the question. Remember, 6 eggs were broken out of the 48, or out of the 4 dozens, 6 eggs were broken. Now, I would not like to go into finding how much is one particular egg, one single egg. From this idea, if 1 dozen is 12, that means 6 eggs is half a dozen, all right? Now remember, 1 dozen costs $10. So half a dozen, which are 6 eggs, will cost $5. So the broken eggs, which are 6 in number, cost $5. Okay? Now, let's work with money. Since the question says what percent of his money goes waste. So, this $5, the amount of the broken eggs, all over the total money he used in buying the whole of the eggs, then multiply by 100. Okay? So we can divide this down. 5 here gives us 1, and 5 in 40 gives us 8. So let me write this out. We have 1 over 8 times 100. Okay? This can also give us 100 over 8, and that will simply give us 12.5% or 12.5%. Okay? So the percentage of his money that goes to waste is 12.5%. It is very simple. Okay, here is another question. Number 2 says, if a birthday cake is divided into 8 slices, one slice is what percent of the whole cake? A birthday cake, of course, we all know that cakes usually, let me use the round one, the circular cake, okay? And it's divided into 8 places. This is 2, 4, 6, and 8. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So this cake is divided into 8 slices. The question is asking one slice is what percent of the cake. Let's say we concentrate on this one slice. What is the percentage of this slice, or what percent is this one slice of the whole cake? So simply we do 1 out of the whole cake is 8, then times 100. Okay? So next thing we do, we can reduce. We can work out this. 2 here is 4, 2 here is 50. If you want to use this method, you can divide again. 2 here is 2, 2 here is 25. Okay? So let's bring out what we have. We have 25 up here. That's 1 times 25 is 25 divided by 2. Just 2 is down here. Okay? So this will give us 2 divided 25 will give us 12.5 or 12 whole number 1 over 2, 12.5%. So one slice of this cake is 12.5% of the whole cake. It is very simple, easy peasy. Okay, here is a third example. This one says, in a shoe factory, 2 whole number 2 over 5% shoes made are defective. If the company made 10,000 shoes, then the number of defective shoes is what? Now, defective means bad shoes or the ones that were not properly produced. All right, this question took another dimension, okay? But it is very easy. Follow me, let's solve it together. Now, in a shoe factory, 2 whole number 2 over 5% shoes made were bad. If the factory made 10,000 shoes, how many is this number? How many is this number in real number? That is what the question is asking. Okay, let's go. This simply means the information I can bring out here to solve this problem is we have to find 2 whole number 2 over 5% of 10,000. Okay? Now, sometimes when students or people see fractions, they get to shrink back and fear. It is very easy. Just work with it gradually. You will get the answer. Now, this also means 2 whole number 2 over 5 over 100. Okay? Times 10,000. Okay? Now, it's looking a bit cumbersome here. So I would like to work with this first. I like to simplify this first. Okay? Now let's take this on now. Now this is the same as 2 whole number 2 over 5 times 1 over 100. Okay? So this is 2 times 5 is 10 plus 2 is what? 12 over 5 times 1 over 100. Okay? So if we work on this, we can do 2 here is 6, 2 here is 50. Okay? We can still use 2 to simplify. 2 here is 3, 2 here is 25. Okay? So bringing this out, we're going to have, up here we have 3. 3 times 1 is 3. And here, 5 times 25 is 125. So the whole of this is simplified to this. Okay? We're going to complete. I had to make more space. Let's use here to complete this question. So remember, I was saying that here, the whole of this, I have simplified it down to this. If you followed me till here. Okay, I'll carry this over to here and still multiply it with the 10,000. Remember, off means multiplication in this kind of problems in mathematics. So let's go. So I will have 3 over 125 times 10,000. Okay, so we can now simplify further from here. So this is, let's use 5 to divide. 5 can go here to give me 25. 5 can go here to give me 2,000. Okay, 5 can still go here to give me 5, and 5 here gives me 400. Okay, 5 can still go again. 5 here, 1. 5 here is 80. Okay, so if I bring out everything I have, up here I have 3 times 80, 3 times 80, and down here I have just 1 here, so over 1. So 3 times 80 is 240. 3 times 80 is 240. So this means that from that question, if you follow from the beginning, it says how many percent, the number of shoes that were defective in percentage, you were giving 200 by 205%. So how many shoes is that? So there are 240 shoes. They have 240 shoes. I hope you enjoyed this one. Just follow it gradually. You will understand. This is where we wrap up this section of the video. But before we go, I'd like you to try this. Try this on your own. It says, number one says, express 45% as a fraction. Number two says, express 17.5% as a fraction. Try it out using the method in my previous videos and this one, and give me your answers in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow, and the case may be. Thank you.